So, of course, there have already been a million and one takes on how people claim that, oh, well, Palestinians don't support queer rights because they're Muslim, and therefore we're not going to support Palestinians type of arguments. And I'm just so over it. But it really does remind me of how people speak about the USSR and its history of queer people, because people say, well, in the USSR, it was illegal to be queer, and therefore that means that the USSR was an evil dictatorship. Which is like, excuse me, but have you looked at any other country of the world at the time and realized that, colonialism and imperialism brought with itself a hatred towards queer people everywhere on the planet, pretty much? And it was not an exclusively Russian thing to hate queer people. And in these lands, we don't even know a lot of the queer history because of religious suppression that came way before the USSR. And we still have a lot of it nowadays. We still have a lot of homophobia, transphobia, all kinds of hate towards queer people just because people are ignorant and people don't really want to look at the science. And it has nothing to do with the USSR, and it has nothing to do with Islam in particular, because most monotheistic religions throughout their history have been supporting the existing power structure and were used as a tool to uphold different types of supremacies, and therefore it was used to suppress different groups of people that were not needed by the status quo or were somehow divergent from the status quo and therefore were possibly a threat. So whenever people say that Islam is worse than Christianity or any other monotheistic religion, I mean, personally, that just makes me laugh. Monotheistic religions were used as tools of oppression. That doesn't mean that every single person who subscribes to a certain religion is going to be hateful towards queer people. But of course, we can have more discourse on religion later, because I know it's a very long and complicated issue to talk about. But I just wanted to point out the similarities about how people would make this an argument against USSR, saying that, well, if queer rights were not present in the USSR, therefore it must have been evil, but they don't apply the same principle to the United States. Now they do the same thing, and they have been doing the same thing with Islam, even though Christianity may be just as homophobic and transphobic, but because it is a religion that upholds white supremacy, people just don't care. So I just wanted to add this to the discourse, and I hope that more and more people realize that all of this is used as a distraction in order to divide us, as they always do, as the powers that be always want to do. So I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.